What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning on the top of the map in the red color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Kimo. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Oranos. His name is Furkan the Great. He is Furkan. And the map is Anatolia. We've got the Nightmare Oranos map here. I personally don't think this is a Nightmare Oranos map anymore. I feel like I've got the answers here for Oranos. But we'll see if anybody agrees with me. Furkan's going for this bottom side of the map. Going to be starting to make himself some fishing ship and getting that all sorted. We do see the Katoskapot's going to be scouting this one out. We'll see if Kimo's going to be cheesy here or not. But this is a perfect spawn here for Furkan. And I'll tell you why this is a perfect spawn here for Furkan. This is a denial of the scout harass. This is a denial of everything. You basically move in to one of these locations here. You chop down your wood and you chuck down a mana here to block your citizen in. Kimo's going to be very, very annoying here with his scout. And that's fine. He's going to get the damage done. The question is, will a villager come in? And the answer is yes, but can Furkan get up his mana fast enough? So what I would do here with Furkan is maybe not build any fishing ships straight away, and I would just build myself this mana here on this location or on this location here. In fact, right away, mana here, and then he would be fine. The villager is going to come in. Furkan's going to have to leave this location here. He's not going to want to, but he will have to, and he's going to start shanking this. This is not the mana we want. Oh, he is chucking down a wooden wall here as well. So he's going to have to finish that one up, but going to be able to defend himself. And that's why I said maybe over here is the better play, because now Furkan is going to have to mine 3 gold. That's only 1 whack of a gold mine, so completely fine here. And this villager is going to start chopping down. The villager of Kimo is going to retreat away. And this is perfect here for Furkan, and this is why this early game harass here from players like Kimo, Skadi, all of the Greek and Egyptian abuses here on Anatolia is maybe not as good as you'd think. Basically, you just need to find a location like this, where you can get that mana in to wedge your villager in, and you're going to be completely safe from it. We will be seeing Kimo going to be chucking up a second dock here and continuing to sort out what he wants to do. It's looking like Kimo might be going for an aggressive one side of the water strategy here. So we'll see if that's going to work for him or not. And we do see this fishing ship going the wrong way, just making sure there's no fish down the bottom here. And honestly, what Furkan could do, and in response to what Kimo is going to try and do here, if Kimo goes for a big rush on this side, Furkan can just send a citizen over here while he's advancing to the second age, put a dock down, put 2 docks down, and just fish up this entire side of the map and send his Promethean up to this side and just say, look, you have that bottom side. I don't care. I don't care. We're going to just trade. We're just going to be even. You're going to spend resources over here killing my stuff, and that's going to be a waste of resources in the end of the day. These fishing ships will have paid for themselves, and I'm going to be in an advantageous position. So we'll see if that's what Furkan's going to be doing here. Kimo, he's got himself the resources to build a temple. I don't see it just yet. That villager that was forward here could have thrown that one up, gone Ares, and then had a Cyclops right onto his opponent's dock very, very early, but not doing it just yet. We do see the temple now coming up for Kimo. And Furkan here, has he got himself that gold yet? Yes, he has. He's mined a little bit extra here, and he's chucking the temple up, and he is finishing up with that citizen here. A little bit of crisis there with the build order here from Furkan, just based on that early game harass. Going to be just a little bit late on his classical age, and he is sending a citizen up to the top side of the map. Absolutely love this from Furkan, and we'll see exactly what Kimo is going to be doing. Kimo is chucking up a dock up here as well, as he's going to be securing the majority of the fish on this location here. He's going to be feeling very, very good about this. Up to 15 fish, sorry, 12 fish instead of the 9 fish here. So that's beautiful for him. And we do see the Oracle over on this location here going to be harassing this villager, potentially take down this dock and live the dream. And we do start seeing those fishing ships popping out of here. So one thing that I would suggest here for Oranos players is one villager on gold, not 2 villagers on gold, 1 villager on gold to get the fishing ships out. And then once you've got them out, you've got the 4 docks up, then you put more villagers over onto gold and play from there. And we will be seeing the oracles now coming over onto this location, just about to pop through the next age. You can manually heroize these. There's nothing wrong with manually heroizing your oracles, but he is going to be moving forward. He is going to be taking down this villager. He should be able to prevent the dock from coming up. Very, very nice play here from Furkan. Going to be denying that one for Kimo. And now Promethean moving up onto this dock, going to start trying to take this one down. What god path did we see Kimo going? He is going through Hermes. He's going to try and chuck the dock down over here, sneak that one up, as the oracles will be able to deny this dock. Still building more fishing ship out on this location, I hope. Furkan isn't doing that just yet. He's actually going to be building some Bareem, going to be putting some pressure on. We do see the Bareem now moving forward, going to start trying to take down the fishing ships of Kimo here. And do we see Furkan going for more Promethean? No, but he is throwing down a military barrack, so he wants to go very, very aggressive on this side of the map to take this down. So we'll see what Kimo is going to try and do. Is he getting himself... he is not getting himself per scene, but he does have hand axe, pickaxe. He might be just waiting on that one because I don't see him really getting too many trireme out. And there's the first trireme getting built here to try and deny these Promethean, as 3 Bareem are already out for Furkan. He's going to move in. He's going to take down this trireme very, very easily. And we will be seeing the Centaur coming up onto this location as the Murmillo coming forward here for Furkan. Maybe going to be heroizing that Murmillo here in order to take down the Centaur, but not just yet. Going to be pulling back instead. And now we do see the Murmillo going after this one as the Bareem going to be coming in. We do see that Persine is coming through for Furkan as the Centaur getting taken down. Meanwhile, on this location, the Bareem are getting dealt with here by Kimo. Nice play thus far. So we do see the Centaur gets sniped there. Nice one for Furkan here, as Furkan now harassing the fishing ships. Absolutely love this from Furkan. Kimo has to be very, very active to deal with this. And now we're seeing the villager getting this dock up that he wanted so early in the game. And we'll see how this game is going to continue here as the dock is getting sniped down here. And we're going to continue in this game and see how it's all going to unwind. And it's looking like Kimo, he is building trireme on this location. Furkan is as well. He's got 3. He's about to throw down another dock on this location. He picks this one off. The militia pop out. Just a little bit of harass onto his units before those militia will get taken down. Nice play here for Furkan as these fishing ships going to be jumping into the dock. And the trireme retreating back. Meanwhile, we have a ton of Bareem over here for Furkan. Only 1 trireme on this time on this side of the map, as Kimo definitely struggling just a little bit here. We see the Valor gets cast as now the trireme for Kimo is starting to push Furkan back. But Furkan is very smartly kept his Bareem in the back of his water, hiding them, not showing Kimo what is actually coming for him. And now we do see Furkan going to be moving forward, potentially hitting some raids onto Kimo's main base here. But now the Bareem looking to move forward. But Kimo's got a sizable force here of trireme. He's pushing in. The trireme going to be pulling back, but I think they can very easily take this fight. 9 Bareem versus 7 trireme is maybe equal, maybe even trireme favored here, especially with a dock on this location, as we are seeing this dock getting targeted down while the fighting is going on. Very, very nice play here. Meanwhile, we do have the Theseus out, going to be dealing with those Oracle heroes, as now a big shockwave getting thrown down there by Furkan. Kimo going to have to retreat away. This dog is on the way down, as potentially a trireme going to come down and try and harass these units away. Maybe Furkan won't mind too much losing a Murmillo or 2, because the dog is going to go down. With this many trireme, maybe he's going to pull back. He's already done a lot of very, very good damage to this dock. Fishing ships getting taken down over here. The trireme gets sniped as well, as Kimo is in a very, very difficult position thus far in this game. These Murmillo Promethean just going to sit over on this location. It looks like the trireme do manage to get that range in here. Furkan not paying attention, going to be losing a lot of these units. In fact, loses 2 Murmillo there, potentially 3 Murmillo. Very, very nice play here from Kimo, but now the Bareem going to push in and take this location down. We might be starting to think that we will be seeing seeing some fishing ship now coming out for Furkan. He's got a lot of wood in the bank, a lot of gold in the bank. He's getting himself a second town center up right now as the Barim all will fall, and Kimo is going to be casting himself ceasefire now as the town center is up. I wouldn't mind seeing a third town center here from Furkan either. He is chucking up a counter barracks, doesn't have the food for the third town center thus far. Does he have himself Poseidon? He does not have it. That's a big reason why he doesn't have that much food. Yes, he's only got a couple of fishing ships, but Poseidon is such a big upgrade, and he has not researched it, but he will be getting that second town center or third town center right away here, it seems. No, he's not getting that one. Maybe now he's getting Poseidon. Now he's getting it. He's going to start making those fishing ships. I would love to see more docks up on this location just to make sure he can get these 6 fishing spots secured. These fishing spots secured and just live the dream here, but Kimo, he's starting to build some more military units up on this location. He's got himself some Hippocon. He's got himself some hoplites. But he's going to be 1 town center versus 3 town centers. And, well, he's not necessarily lost the water, but he's definitely in a difficult situation here. So we are seeing Kimo very much trying to sort himself out here. He's got 9 trireme here. We've got an extra dock coming up. There's an extra trireme, so up to 10 trireme against the Barims, and Furkan will be retreating away. So the town center is on the way, and we do see that Kimo is making a beeline for Furkan's base right now as the Barim going after these fishing ships. Nice play here from Furkan getting that raid. Kimo not able to react in time as these Barim also still retreating. Kimo is finding this location over here, and he will actually spot the town center coming up. I'm not sure if Furkan quite has the army size to deal with what Kimo's got out thus far in this game. So we'll see the Hippolyta potentially going to be sniping down the hero citizen at some point here and preventing this town center from getting up. Furkan might decide to try something different here, but he is nearly full supply, so he might want to just fight with the Barim and make sure he can get a couple more units out here. His second town center is up, 125 of 130 population. These units decide not to fight so far. Maybe we are chucking up the town center yet again, as Furkan does have a defender's advantage here, is making a cheeky Caraballister here to deal with those hoplites if it will pop out. The Hippolytas are laying siege over here onto the hero citizen. The Caraballister is out. That's going to take down these hoplites very, very fast, as we do see Kimo is deciding to retreat. The Barim face palming into the trireme and has to retreat back here. So we are still seeing these Barim getting very, very active at the top of the map. We're seeing Kimo retreat away now, as Furkan has got himself out the Promethean, which gets picked off in, 3 hits from a Hippolyta. Gets taken down so fast, and obviously you have to take down the Promethean offsprings, as well as the Murmillo are jumping straight onto that Hippolyta. 2 Caraballister out right now, be able to take down these hoplites very, very quick. Meanwhile, we do have a cheeky raid here into Furkan's base. Going to be losing a hero citizen here, 9 HP, 2 HP, making a dart for the house. Does not make it there. The raid going to continue in the base of Furkan, with 1 Hippocon getting some mad value. We do see a second town center up for Kimo right now. The third town center for Furkan is on the way, very, very close to getting up. Gold mine situation here for Furkan. He doesn't actually have an easy second gold mine to grab. There's only 4 of them here, and that's also true for Kimo as well. So there is a potential gold staff that might be on the way here for both players as an option. But Kimo, he's going after his third town center. There are already Murmillo on top of it, and they are slicing through these villages like butter here. And this town center is going to be completely denied, as Kimo pushing forward now with all of his hoplites. His Toxotes are coming through as well, as Hippocon going for more of a 1-1-1. Now he's moving over here, deciding he needs to defend his town center, as he's going to be trying to grab it. And I reckon Furkan is going to be heading to the heroic age anytime soon. There's the armory. He's got a ton of villagers over here on food. He hasn't really gotten extra fishing ships out, which is surprising to me. But the Barim have all been taken out. But now he's 3 town centers. It doesn't matter so much if he's going to be losing out on the fish. But it's still better to have the fish than not have the fish. You see what I mean? So Furkan's going to be okay here, but it's just not going to be as far in front as he might want to be. But 3 town centers is 3 town centers. He's completely fine. Another counter barracks is coming up now for Furkan, as he is just about ready to go to the next age. He's got himself up a farm. He's got himself shaft mine, hand axe. Going to be getting plow soon, I'm sure, in order to make sure that his food income is bolstered here. He's got a ton of villagers on gold, maybe too many villagers on gold. You never want to be afraid of simply just grabbing the citizen and just chucking it onto the wood line there. And that would be very, very nice. You do not need to have 1,000 gold kind of ever unless you go into the Mythic Age. So there's Furkan. He's going up through Hyperion. No surprises there, but maybe Thea here isn't a bad call. Because he's got so much gold is the reason. It means he can just spam out all of those dryads, those 5 extra dryads right away. And Kimo going 3 town centers here, he's probably, oh, he's not actually going to be stuck in the next day. He's actually already going Aphrodite. This is a very, very nice macro from Kimo. Oh no, Kimo just hunt deleted his, he just deleted his boar. That's kind of funny. But now we are seeing a raid coming in here by Kimo, pushing off of this location. I love this play from Kimo. Once you hit Aphrodite, find somewhere to attack, because that means your opponent has to defend that location, and then you can get a very nice curse. And we are seeing that Furkan is very much out of position here. The village is moving forward onto this gold mine right now. Going to start mining it away. Getting that gold income that he very much desperately needs now. We'll probably see an Atlanta through very, very shortly. I think the best play here for Kimo, maybe it's not getting Fortress and just going Market, going to the next age, going Hephaestus here, and making sure he's got an answer to potential Tartarian Gate. But honestly, you just need to get Mythic Age here with Poseidon. Poseidon is one of the best gods at dealing with Tartarian Gate because he's got access to Polyphemus. So Polyphemus can move in, tank the entirety of the Tartarian spawns, kill the Tartarian Gate, and then kill all the Tartarian spawns by himself. One unit can deal with a Mythic Age god power. Only civilization in the game that should have no worries against Tartarian Gate if you're in the Mythic Age. We are seeing this Nemean line getting some good value here, even though it has been chaosed. It's still dealing with the blue units, and Kimo still trying to fight through this location, and it is looking like Furkan has got too many units here. Kimo will have to retreat away. 136 to Kimo's 105 population, as Kimo is probably attempting to get to the next age here, but he's not producing any units just yet. Does he have his market up? He does have his market up. He's starting to make some trade caravans as he's realizing that he's not got any gold income. Has been pushed off this gold mine, and one market only is not going to be enough here. So we'll see what Kimo's going to try and do, but right now Kimo's just simply gold starved. And he's not going to say it's lights out. He knows that he can sell food. He knows he can sell wood for a little bit here. In order to continue in this game. And he knows he can get out myth units and also get out the heroes, which don't cost too much at all. But Furkan's got other plans. He's going to be going for the town center here. He's almost in the Mythic Age himself. Look at all of that gold in the bank. Imagine having dryads in this situation, but not there. And he does have the ability to buy some food here, jump to the Mythic Age straight away. We do see this raid onto the town center getting dealt with by the villagers repairing this one here, but the Satyr over here getting taken down by the Atlanta. The Terma getting some good damage onto the Atlanta, as I think the Atlanta will probably trade 1-for-1 here. It's very, very close. Atlanta does manage to take the Satyr down in her last breath. Furkan going to the Mythic Age now through Hecate. No surprises here, though. Sometimes I feel like Helios is underappreciated, especially at this point in the game where like normally your economy isn't quite as strong as it normally would, but it's a water map, so you've got all that economy going a little bit faster, and maybe it's a go, but obviously Hecate always very strong. We've got the double walls now getting set up for Kimo as his trade route is coming very, very strong through here. He does need to basically go up to 30 camel or 30 donkey caravans here. But then that's going to be a hot minute until he manages to actually do that. But he can keep selling stuff. He's got 40 villagers on wood. Is making those Hephaestus to deal with those Murmillos. So Furkan might have to think about doing a tech switch into Contarius here in order to deal with the army composition that Kimo's doing. Kimo's also making some of these disgusting looking units here that have capes and throw javelins. Why would you make Peltast? Peltast against the Terma? I mean, okay, fair enough. We are seeing this town center falling, or seemingly falling very, very soon, but it is looking like the heroes popping out for Kimo are going to be enough for him to hold. He's got 140 of 145 population. He's actually doing very, very nicely here to hold, but Furkan's attack is not over just yet. 80%, 85% Mythic Age here through Hecate, doing a very, very nice job, as now we're seeing Furkan moving forward with this Citizen, going to be looking to maybe put an aggressive palace down somewhere. Not sure exactly. Oh, he's going right here with the aggressive palace, trying to sneak through here. There's the Hecate. There's the Hippaspis, Toxotes, and Peltas going to be dealing with that Citizen. Going to disallow that one there, as we do see the units moving forward onto this spot over here. He's probably going to be throwing down his Tartarian Gate in on this location. Kimo still not able to get to the next age. There's the Tartarian Gate. We do not see Masons just yet for Furkan. Is it coming through? It is not coming through, so he will be able to take this down very nicely. And this is why you have to get to the Mythic Age here, because you got no answer for this. You got no answers for the Tartarian Gate. You got some villagers. You can send your heroes over here. If you send your heroes in first and then send in your villagers, the Tartarian spawns will focus the heroes, and your citizen and your villagers can take the Tartarian Gate down without losing any, but it is still going to be taking up time on your resources. And now we're going to be seeing the wooden wall of Kimo getting taken down. Furkan says, I know where you're gathering gold. I'm going to be going after it. This double wall here was not finished off, and Furkan wants to come in and get this palace up. He's breaking down both of these walls. So many units flooding into Kimo's base. We do have Furkan at 160 pop, and Kimo's at 141 population here, and he is going to be dealing very, very nicely with these units of Furkan thus far. We're seeing the Termite in the back getting some good damage done. Still making Termite at this stage of the game is very, very confusing to me, as now we're starting to see some Contarius coming through for Furkan, as he is able to keep pushing Kimo back. Kimo falling now to 118 of 145 population, having to pull off all these villages to deal with this Tartarian Gate. Has done so much damage to him, and this push from Furkan is now moving in to the home base. We do see Artemis on the way for Kimo, so we'll see if that's going to be any good. We've got the Lampeter in here already, and that's going to be able to deal with that Chimera that pops out of here, but it looks like the Temple is going down anyways, so no free Chimera for Kimo, but he will be hitting Mythic Age. We'll see if this Earthquake is going to be of any use, but Kimo's got no gold right now. These donkey caravans trying to do the work that they need, but the Mythic Age does pop through here for Kimo. He's gathering gold from this location. He's got a side build of walls over here. Doesn't have any units to move forward to hit anything. Has no answer for the army in his base right now, as Furkan is just foot on the gas and go, as we are seeing villagers now moving over onto this town center, trying to repair this one up here. We'll see how this is all going to go. The Terma needs to hit these Toxotes. Maybe not. It doesn't really matter. The town center is going down. The Lampeter actually doing a very nice, helpful amount of damage here to the town center because of that extra 10 crush damage that she does. And these Tartarian spawns still harassing the donkey caravan, still making Kimo's life very, very difficult. Kimo's saving Earthquake for the next game because he can't find anywhere good to use it thus far. He has sent some villagers over here looking for a gold mine, but there's no gold mine here. It's just a town center, and this is looking very, very dire for Kimo, as the Lampeter now moving over here, attacking this. We do see the Earthquake on this location, taking the town center down, as Kimo has one last-ditch effort here to distract his opponent. He's got 109 of 130 population, still making those Hippaspis when this is majority Terma army. Funnily enough, the Terma probably do pretty well against the Hippaspis, whereas the Hoplites completely decimate the Terma, so probably need to be making those Hoplites yet again at this point. But donkey caravans still going down. Tartarian spawn still doing so much damage over on this location. Kimo over here getting harassed by a Promethean. This gold mine, he's still trying to gather it, but there's still Prometheans over here, as we are still seeing this pressure here onto this position, as Kimo is not able to find a way here and does end up tapping out 21 minutes 55 seconds into the game. GG, well played by Furkan, managing to deal with Kimo's Poseidon here on Anatolia. What a fantastic game here from Furkan, able to put the pressure on, get all the damage that he needed done, and ended up taking the game in the end here. Kimo not able to secure a second gold mine or a third gold mine in this map was absolutely brutal for him, and trying to get to that Mythic Age without having the gold was just not going to work. He did manage to get the trade route sorted, but at that point it was too far behind. and the Tartarian Gate too strong, not having any units to really deal with that. Did so much damage to him, and Furkan able to finish him off in that moment. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.